Chapter number 16. And now, 15 years after that, he could look upon it all with a deep and sumptuous tranquillity. He was not ill, of course, only a little tired at times and bad with his breathing during the winter months. He would not go abroad. He had once tried it, but had chanced to strike the Riviera during one of its carefully unadvertised cold spells. I prefer them to get my chills. Rampage in my own country, he used to say after that. He had to take care of himself when there were winds, but autumn and winter were not really so bad. There were warm fires and books, and you could look forward to the summer. It was the summer that he liked best, of course, apart from the weather, which suited him. There were the continual visits of old boys every weekend. Some of them motored up to Brookfield and called at his house. Sometimes they tired him if too many came at once, but he did not really mind. He could always rest and sleep afterwards, and he enjoyed their visits more than anything else in the world that was still to be enjoyed. Well, Gregson, UMPH, I remember you. UMPH always late for everything. Yeah, perhaps you will be late in growing old, UMPH, like me. UMPH, yeah. And later, when he was alone again and Mrs. Wicket came in to clear away the things, Mrs. Wicket, young Gregson called. UMPH, you remember him, do you? Tall boy with spectacles, always late. UMPH got a job with the UMPH League of Nations, where I suppose his remembered dilatoriness won't be noticeable. Eh, and sometimes when the bell rang for call over, he would go to the window and look across the road and over the school fence and see in the distance the thin line of boys filing past the bench, new times, new names, but the old ones still remained: Jefferson, Jennings, Jolyon, Jupp, Kingsley, Primus, Kingsley, Secondus, Kingsley, Tertius, Kingston. Where are you all? Where have you all gone to? Mrs. Wicket, bring me a cup of tea just before prep. Will you please? The post-war decade swept through with a clatter of change and maladjustments. Chips, as he lived through it, was profoundly disappointed when he looked abroad the Roher Chanak curfew. There was enough to be uneasy about in the world, but near him, at Brookfield and even in a wider sense in England.